What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Critical Overlord here. We're going to be talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer in this video here today. This will be the spoiler-free review for I Know What You Did Last Summer, which we know is the legacy sequel to the OG, and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, releasing this Friday. This film is directed and co-written by Jennifer Cayton Robinson, who wrote the screenplay alongside Sam Lansky. It is starring Madeline Klein, Chase Wonders, Jonah King, Tyreek Withers, Sarah Pigeon, Billy Campbell, Gabriette Austin Nichols, Freddie Prinze Jr., and Jennifer Love Hewitt. Now, when 5 friends inadvertently cause a deadly car accident, they cover up their involvement and make a pact to keep it a secret rather than face the consequences. A year later, their past comes back to haunt them, and they're forced to confront a horrifying truth. Someone knows what they did last summer and is hell-bent on revenge. Now, if you saw my reaction on Twitter last night and the thumbnail text, you already know what to expect to hear from me in this video. It's no secret that I don't really love these movies outside of that original, and as I have been stating, I just have a soft spot for I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. That third movie is absolute garbage. But here we are nearly 30 years later since I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and this franchise is back, and I definitely can say that I was hooked. Was it this mega masterpiece? No, and that's okay. But Jennifer Cayton Robinson's I Know What You Did Last Summer thankfully isn't shit ran over twice. It's the boldest slasher legacy sequel to date. It's the campy but competent follow-up that I Still Know What You Did Last Summer wanted to be back in '98. Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr.'s return to their iconic roles fits into the narrative quite well. I'm shocked by how much I actually like the movie. But as I often do, I'll get into the negatives because this being the best sequel was just easy money for this franchise. So, I Know What You Did Last Summer follows 5 friends: Ava, Danica, Milo, Teddy, and outsider Stevie. I say outsider because Stevie hasn't been close with these people since high school, when her dad blew all of her college tuition and fell off the face of the earth, I guess. So her friends are a bit more privileged than she is. We're back in Southport, which has been turned into a massive tourist attraction over the last few years or so. And on the night of Danica and Teddy's engagement party, a game of hooky in the road leads to an unintentional car accident. Now, as we all know, a year passes and these friends are stalked by a fisherman who knows what they did last summer. I'm going to tell you right now, I only liked these characters because of the occasional intimate moments where you can sink into their friendship. They are supportive of one another at all times, actively trying to solve the case, but outside of that, they are severely underdeveloped. But the girls carried this story easily for me. Ava and Danica's friendship serves as the heart of this latest round of bloodshed in Southport. It's just we don't know much about them besides Ava's in school, hooking up with a random podcaster to cope, and Danica is getting married again and again, and yeah, that's it. So something is just missing because it's clear these two are Julie and Helen, but it's a half-baked version of Julie and Helen. It's more of a struggle that these two are missing because Stevie seemed more fitting as a protagonist over Ava, and that's just pertaining to what Stevie has going on. That seems like a legitimate struggle for them to use to lead the story with, and they just don't. Ava is quite resourceful as a lead, though. She plays things a lot smarter than Julie did in the first film when it comes to helping herself. Julie and Helen both had visible struggles for us to feel sorry about, so I just missed that here. Still, their personalities won me over in the end. Our legacy characters are used well enough. I'd say Julie's role is mostly catching up with her because the writers know that there really is no reason to thrust her into this without a good foundation first. When she becomes active in the carnage, it is short but highly warranted. Ray is a friend to one of the newbies because he was pals with their dad, so it's just Ray being good old Ray, as Carla would put it. The writers capture how the 97 and 98 events with Ben Willis shaped their paths quite well. It's just you can feel how rushed production was, not gonna lie. I'll explain that a bit further soon. The kills in the film are easily the most brutal yet for the franchise. The fisherman is presented in a credible capacity, but sometimes characters do make odd comedic remarks during their attacks. We even get effective jump scares with Mr. Hook, which surprised me because I'm not the biggest supporter of jump scares at times when it comes to these horror movies these days. Speaking of the comedy, though, this film knows it cannot beat the 97 classic, so it fully committed to being the better version of I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and it passed in my book. Even though it's lighter in tone and more comedic, it's not constantly underselling the fisherman as a legitimate threat. Our mystery is also always at the center, being pieced together little by little, which is a massive improvement over I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, that decided to abandon the mystery in favor of an unnecessary backstory on Ben Willis. So shifting back to the Scooby-Doo vibes of the OG was nice to see. It even led to some unexpected twists that you cannot possibly see coming. It's no David Egan, but the peeling back of the layers and shifting around what you thought you knew is exactly what made the OG's mystery so memorable, and it works well here in this Legacy sequel. When it comes to the reveal, I say this was a solid swing. It's just you're kind of slapped with it and then it's over. I can feel the potential for more just dying to come out, but they had to do what they had to do to make it to this July release. It's a reveal that makes sense but needed more time to breathe is all. This is also a very Gen Z coded screenplay, so do expect buzzwords, but not in a I want to shoot my brains out sort of way. The exchanges are believable for the most part. It's just some conversations felt a bit odd. Now, I will say, even though I stated the legacy characters are used well enough, I do wish we were sold a bit more on the trauma angle with both of them. I do just wish they got a bit more time to breathe. There's a lot of things I feel like were left out of this film that would have just made it even better to me. Madeline Klein and Sarah Pigeon devoured and left no crumbs. But Pigeon kind of lost me a bit at some points, but she still was a standout. Klein sells the severity of the situation better than anyone else in the cast. Prince managed to give his best performance to date in this franchise, but I'll always prefer his work in Scooby-Doo over anything I see him in. I thought Jennifer Love Hewitt's return was fine. She did great. Julie and Ray's reunion scenes really hit home because of the way these two deliver their lines to one another. The chemistry is still there all these years later, so that was nice to see. Chase was fine, but I did feel like her co-stars were leaving her in the dust a bit. Her range is definitely on display here, though, for sure. Tyreek and Jonah impressed, but this really was a female slobber knocker in terms of performances. For my wrestling fans out there, you know what I'm talking about. The film's pacing is its biggest enemy. Chases get going, and then they are over within 2 seconds. Third act reveal feels like a quick slap in the face because, like I stated, it just comes and goes. You aren't allowed to let the reveal fully sink into you as a viewer, but those scenes with the friends really do marinate, letting us connect with them. A moment of stalking with the fisherman needed to go on a bit longer as well because it was cut short in favor of a dream that overstayed its welcome for me. Now, the sound design adds to the mystique of the fishermen. The boots are given a life of their own. It's intimidating to hear them on screen. The color palette effectively gave off summer vibes, but I do wish we got more night scenes. I'm going to have to honestly say that I give this film a 6.5 out of 10. Jennifer, if you're listening to me, you did a great job taking me back to Southport in terms of delivering a film that I finally can watch in companion with I Know What You Did Last Summer and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. You know me, I'm not the biggest fan of those sequels, but I do wish there was a bit more. I feel like you guys had a short window to work with and you did the best that you could, and I still had a good time. So thank you for taking me back to Southport. You did a fine job, and I look forward to your next film. For comparison for you guys, I give that original film a 7 out of 10. I give I Still Know What You Did Last Summer a 5.5 out of 10. I give I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer a 3 out of 10. And I'm giving this one a 6.5 out of 10. So again, that was an easy W for this to be the best sequel in the franchise. Now, let me know what you guys think about all this down in the comment section below. If you haven't already, of course, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. In the description, I have links to all my social media accounts. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can message me there, of course. Let me know if there are any movies, news, or reviews I'm going to cover in the future. And with all that in mind, guys, I will see you in the next video.